soon as Ella stepped into her home, she was immediately surrounded by a flood of reporters. Her mother, growing impatient, urged her to perform.
My lord, you know what? I can't take this. I can't do it anymore. I'm done.
Good idea. Good idea.
Told them we do it! You told them!
As night fell, Ella was overwhelmed by fear and anxiety. In her dream, she found herself lying inside a narrow coffin. The surrounding crowd wore indifferent smiles, ignoring her desperate cries for help. They even shoveled cold soil over her. The suffocating pressure jolted her awake. Tears streamed down her face like broken pearls. At that moment, she realized this so-called home could no longer offer her comfort. So the next day, with a determined heart, she knocked on Nick's door once again. She pleaded with him to take her in for a few days, even if it meant staying in the most rundown stable. Looking at the poor girl before him, Nick's heart rippled with emotions. This time, he chose to cast aside all hesitation and follow his heart. Nick then led Ella to his mother's room and prepared suitable clothes for her. Meanwhile, Ella's mother discovered that her daughter had quietly left home, her heart filled with worry. Little did she know, Ella was basking in the embrace of freedom. She played golf with Nick's father, during which Nick shared his story with Ella. After his mother unexpectedly passed away, his father gradually lost his clarity and eventually developed Alzheimer's. To afford his father's treatment, Nick was forced to give up his dreams and take over the funeral home. After being around corpses for so long, he gradually lost his passion for life. Hearing this, Ella felt a deep connection. She too was forced into a life she didn't love. Perhaps it was their shared struggles, or maybe it was an unexplainable force. But Ella started to develop feelings for Nick. They painted the house together, admired the sunset from atop a ladder, played and laughed together. Their laughter filled every corner of the house. But Ella's mother grew anxious. As her daughter had not returned, she decisively called the police, and even published a missing person notice in the newspaper. The next morning, Nick carefully woke Ella up and handed her the notice. Ella simply smiled faintly. She still refused to go home. That day, while painting the walls, Ella suddenly looked at the empty land across from them. She asked Nick why he didn't plant any crops. Nick replied that the land was barren, and nothing would grow there. But Ella had hope. She firmly believed the land could be brought back to life. So the two of them went to town, and bought a variety of seeds. However, Ella didn't reveal what kind they were. The farming began. Ella passionately tilled the soil and carefully planted the seeds. Yet Nick and his father still had no expectations for the land. But no one could have guessed that what would grow from this land would one day save Nick's life.